Hi, everybody. So let's talk about the popular real estate cashback that you know. Is real estate cashback really a right investment for you? I mean, the real estate cashback you hear about 35%, 40%, 50%, 70%, in 6 months, in 12 months, in 24 months is another real estate investment trust fund. Let's talk about it. Should you invest in these or should you run away? Now, I'm going to if you I want you to watch to the end of this video because I would be showing you real data, figures and facts. I'll be showing you everything you need to know about this investment. First of all, I would say that it is safer for you to invest in, you know, investments that are SEC license. You know what SEC is? SEC license, the ones that you can go to bed. But let me tell you, okay? Meaning that it is SEC license does not mean that your money no go loss, okay? Your money feel loss, so but it is easier, it is better. You can, go to bed without having, your mind shouldn't be up. But this real estate investment, I know you're looking at it one eyes. I know you're right there. You'll be like, oh my God, should I invest this? Some people invest in it because of greed. In short, I've encountered people whereby the 12-month investment is normally around 30, within that range. But so some investors will come to your DM and ask you, is that investment monthly? Like, I mean, why won't you always fall for Ponzi schemes? But there is something special I want to talk about regards this investment. I think today or earlier this week, SEC posted something on their Instagram that everyone should only work with companies that are licensed. Okay, so now let's go to the Instagram page of SEC. Let's go to their SEC Nigeria, the Instagram page. If you watch this page, it states that the one that was made one day ago, they said public notice, Property World Africa Network, P1 Max. So let me just read what's the content of this. The attention of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the commission has been drawn to the activities of Property World Africa Network, which holds itself out as a real estate investment company and soliciting funds from the public for investment purposes through P1 Max. The commission hereby informs the public that P1 or P1 Max are not registered by the commission either to solicit investment from the public or operate in any capacity within the Nigerian capital market. Investigations have revealed that P1's operation exhibits the typical indicators of a fraudulent Ponzi scheme, including the promise of unusually high returns and failure to honor withdrawal requests from subscribers. Accordingly, the public is strongly advised to be wary about investing with P1 or P1 Max, as any person who places such investments with these entities does so at his or her own risks. The Commission similarly reminds potential investors of the need to verify the registration status of investment platforms via the communications dedicated portal, which is www.sec.gov.ng. I'm going to put a picture right beside this video. Now, I said you should, before transacting with them, you need to, check the registration status. Before I go into like in depth of what this investment came about, that a lot of real estate companies now use this method to gather up funds for themselves, there was something interesting I saw, and I felt that, oh, this video needed to be done, and I want you watching this to learn from it. Now let me go to, there is an activist, his name is Scotty Guma. He said something about, calling out real estate companies. He emphasized on what the SEC said about P1, which what I just read to you. He said something: thanks SEC Nigeria for a swift response to the cries of Nigerians. Next on my list, and I listed some other real estate companies under. But there's something striking that I saw. I had to say, okay, let me go to the comment section to, read, to check out what people are saying, because sometimes comment sections are very interesting, more interesting than the content itself. So I had to go down. Then I saw a place where someone tagged, should I say this person is my friend, but this person is also my mentor. Yeah, I watch her from afar. I get to talk to her. I get advice. It's just this morning, I had to call, a sister to ask for some advice. So this is someone I know. And I realized that somebody, I don't know this person, but the person tagged her and said, my darling, you saved me from this. You saved me for this. So she tagged my friend, my darling, you saved me from this. So, and I said, oh, wow. I was like, somebody didn't, nothing, somebody is happy he didn't get to invest with them. So then my friend was just like, oh, I'm just happy you dodged them. Oh. Then someone said, congratulations, I detest fraud. Before you know it, I found that there's a lot of accounts that came on to say even AY Homes is not registered under SEC. My friend said, have you ever heard that AY Homes doesn't deliver? Whether it's a house, land, or short-term investment, have you ever? Now, I told you there's something I need to explain deep, like into details for you. But I needed to come back to this comment section to show you something, and I'm going to go back to it and comment on it. For now, just read with me because I'm not going to comment on it. Okay, so another person that is at the opposing side was like, come, let me take you, no, not someone, maybe it's just a random realtor said, come, let me take you somewhere else. Like, he's already marketing, thinking, maybe that person thinking is an investor. I don't know if she's an investor, I don't know. Then this is where it got interesting. She said, she tagged my friend, said, we need to understand P1 has different affiliates, unlike AY Homes. Scotty Guma called out both AY Homes and P1 out last week, which is totally not right to me. Have been working with P1 Group since 2020, and there has never been any issues. Remember, I said I'm going to comment on this, and especially the statement that was just made, I will comment on it. So make sure you watch it to the very end, because this topic made it very interesting. That is why I want to talk about this topic. So I will use this as a foundation to explain in details about the scheme. Okay? So another person said, over deliver the warrior AY Homes there, So my friend said, if only you know, even Scott can't bring any evidence that AY Homes has ever owed anyone. As much as P1 has several affiliates, many of them need to be shut down. That's what my friend said. She said, I've known P1 since 2018. I know the number of properties my team and I sold for them when we were still with them, that they have refused to give. I know what it took before some team members could get their money from P1 Max through Max Street. Are you hearing? The land I bought for my kid and myself from P1 is all gone. I can list many affiliates with evidence that owe me properties in P1. That's what my friend said. You are not talking to someone who doesn't have evidence. I used to be an ambassador before I terminated my contract with them. So stop trying to fight a lost battle. there are a lot of horrible reviews about P1. I learned my lessons the hard way, and I've always done thorough due diligence before I give any company my client or my 1 naira. That's my friend, my mentor I told you about. That's what she said. Okay? So before you know, there were a lot of people. Like, I don't know where they came from. Different Andus came, said talking back to my friend. He said, one of them said, there are different people, there were multiple accounts that were responding to my friend directly. Said, you people should be ashamed of yourself. If P1 didn't show you how to make money through real estate, will you be House of Julieta today? That is my friend. I mentioned her name. That's what she said. Will you be House of Julieta today? You ingrates, don't burn the bridge because you might need it back. You're also building a real estate brand. I look forward to when it will be your time. This means growth for the P1 group. Congratulations to us. That was what one of, I told you there were a lot of accounts that came under the post to respond. So, she responded back. I can't even insult or educate you because a lot of you supporting the P1 are blind and daft. You guys behave like you're in a cult and your senses are gone. So there is no point. That was what she responded. And I think she kept her cool. She responded just once. After this, she refused to respond to any of them because there was a lot of answers that came on. And I said, really? You were once an ambassador in P1, so what is this all about? Biting fingers that fed you. Did you hear that? This is getting more interesting because there is something I am about to tell you right now. Okay? He said, why should she be ashamed of pointing out the wrongdoings of a company? I wanted to go on and on to read all the comment section here. No, I wouldn't. I would just go dive into. There were a lot of people that came there to, oh, stop, you cannot drag our company P1 down. No, you have to leave our company and all of that. Okay. So I'll just use that as my foundation. So first of all, do I condemn these companies that does real estate cashback or buy to resell or understand what I mean? The real estate investment trust fund. Do I condemn them? No, I don't. I want you to keep watching this video. Don't scroll. Hold on, because I'm going to explain. There's a lot of truth I want to reveal in this video. Do I condemn them? No, I don't condemn them, and these are my reasons. Number one, it is not easy to get funds to run a business. I mean, apart from, soliciting the public to give you money for you to help your business, there are other ways people get money. They get money from individuals before SEC being there. Okay, you can get money, get loan from individuals. You can get loan. You understand me? So because of the nature of the business, they need more money. No matter the money they can be able to get from the bank. There are a lot of banks, the interest and the time frame to repay. Most of them, to get more funds, they need to solicit from the public. So I am not against it. But do you know where I'm against it? What you use that money for. That is where I am against it. Number one, what you use it for. And number two, oh my God, what you use it for. And number two, not meeting up with deadlines. Not meeting up with your promises. That is what I am against. And using it as a form of, pay Peter, rob Peter, pay Paul, like a Ponzi scheme. Okay. So now this is what I will explain. This particular investment fund, I invest my money in there, and I currently invest in 2 companies, which are Landvest and Zillows. And I have my reasons why I just invested. I didn't invest in the popular ones. No, I didn't invest in HY Homes. No, you know why? Because I felt that a lot of people are already investing in there, that there might be too much, cash flow. there might be too much, not cash flow, there might be too much investment coming in, and there might not be much sales. I don't know. There could be much sale, but I felt that how many of these products belonging to this particular company am I even selling? Why should my money be there? They said you should only put your money where your mouth is, right? So I felt that, oh, in short, we sold Lekki Havana. Okay, we sold Lekki Havana, and it's a product of Zelos. I sell Landvest products, so that is why I invest my money. I know what my money is being put into. That's why I get. I get a range of 24%, 28%, 35%, 37% within the range, because every month is different. Okay, so it is what you actually use that money for, what they actually use that money for, that matters. And now that gets me back to P1. why am I not investing with them? I have a very long, should I say, a very long track record with them. I mean, the track record, should I say it's bad? Should I say it's good? I would say it's 50-50. Yes. But should I say, I think it is more of a bad than good. The reason I can't, throw stones to someone is, I don't know what this person might be going through. You understand that I know businesses face challenges, but that's the reason I'm giving them a little bit of good. But the reason I'm giving it a little bit of bad, when someone is making an effort, you will know. When someone is making an effort to try to turn bad to good, you can say, okay, this person is trying. But when someone does not care, so you have to leave it the way it is. Do you understand me? You saw when my friend said she has a very long track record. She bought land for herself and her kid. She has not gotten it. She has evidence. A lot of evidence is everywhere. Allegedly, okay? The facts are there. Now, for my own case, my very first client in real estate, I still have a pending issue with them, the P1. Yes. Should I say, okay, I've gotten an allocation on paper, but no physical allocation yet. It's all about stories upon stories. Rain fell, you need to Sandfield. Oh my God. It is draining. And not only that particular client, there's two other ones, but glory be to God, I was so lucky because I was learning on the process, and God helped me not to invest, not to carry my investors to where would have put them into trouble. God helped me. So the case I have is just 3 out of multiple hundreds of clients that have trusted us. So I have a pending issue with them that is not yet resolved. Though I've been following up, I've been getting promises that this will be done, but this has been over 3 years. Imagine you buying your land for 3 years, you've not gotten your document. How would you feel? Do you understand? So because of the internal crisis, because of the internal issue, I can't invest there. And I can't encourage you to do that, but you can do that if you're someone that has a very high risk appetite, you can actually do that. But I feel it's a foolish thing if you know that, okay, those people have the issues are in multiple folds. Because one of my friend, a guy, Amos, he called me this morning and was just complaining. Miracle, the client I sold with these guys, she even called the estate out for me. Oh my God. They've been saying one story or the other. They've not given me allocation. Okay, they say they've collected the land. They say they're reallocating. So, wahala everywhere. So I just feel that there is no company that doesn't go through issue. But when the issue is enormous, it's not LD for you as an investor. That's just my reason. But I wouldn't say you can give it your own score, good or bad. You can do your own due diligence. Okay. So now Do you know the most interesting thing about this? The most interesting thing about this is that those that came to support the company and telling my friend that you are feeding the hand that bites, yeah, biting the hand that fed you, this, that, like insulting her, and all of that. Guess what? Those people, some of them said they've started since 2020 selling, they've not had any issue. That's a big fat lie, because over a lot of people I know, a lot of people I've encountered, the reviews are not good. They're not good at all. So then I saw every other person coming to support, P1 per se, coming to support them. I realized that these are people that, they're just starting on in the industry, and commission is shacking their brain less. Yes, that's the right word to use, because maybe I had to learn and quickly that if you're any client you're encountering, you should earn that client for life. Now, backstory: this is my first ever client. He has invested in other projects, and thank God he understands that it was a problem beyond what I could undo. Do you understand? It was not my fault. I followed through process. I didn't collect any money from the back. No, followed through process, and he came into another project that was even 1 year after, even before they've not even allocated him. We're still talking about allocation. He came into another project and he got allocated, and that's one of my wonderful companies, Giddy Real Estate. Like, Giddy Real Estate have been doing perfectly well. Giddy Real Estate is not perfect. They're not perfect, but they have encountered issues. Like, there's an issue that, would have broken the internet because of how popular that particular estate was. But guess what? The MD, the CEO, was so smart that he had to rebuy the land from the people that claims to have owned it. Lost a lot of money to keep his client. That is what customer retention is. I just feel that this company we're talking of per se could go to learn a masterclass from Giddy Real Estate. That's just the truth, because I don't know how these people do it. The way they try to keep customers for life. Tell me they've had issues, but they resolve it, that there is no noise. Oh my God. And everybody is happy. That's how it should be. And that is why it's as if no have pitch on their tents. And that doesn't mean that I wouldn't do my due diligence any project they bring on. I must do my due diligence, because I don't carry my investors blindly. So today we might be doing a video and praising them. Tomorrow they might change and I'll pack my bag and leave. Okay? But I pray they don't. I believe they're here for the generational wealth for their children to inherit. Okay? So, with this 3 points of mine, if you're scared to invest in the real estate investment trust fund, oh my God, your fears are valid. They are very much valid. They are valid as mine, because before I started, it took a while. But guess what is a solution to all this? All this talk we're just here and now. There is a solution to it, because I have a real estate company that is SEC licensed. And guess what? It is Zelos Group. Yes, the Zelos Group, the owners of Lekki Havana, and a lot of other estate that, oh my God, has been delivered. Yes, it's coming at, I think, around 24-28%. The prices are not fixed. They change over time. They change daily. They change monthly. They change. The prices are not fixed. They are SEC licensed, and the name of the company itself that is SEC licensed, like the affiliate on the Zelos Group that is SEC license, is Trustline. So this is me telling you that you can invest in real estate without thinking too much. Those people have delivered thousands of projects in Ajah right here, Abraham Soya, everywhere. They've delivered. Now, 2 months ago, we launched Lekki Havana, a bungalow resort, 223 units. But guess what? We oversold, and we told clients, come get your money back or wait for phase two. Do you know what investors did? They held on to their money. They kept their money. I mean, they were like, okay, oh, this phase one finished in less than 3 weeks, in 2 weeks and 4 days. It's finished so fast, 18 days. Be like, okay, I want the phase two. Keep my money, keep my money. I want the phase two. That is what all my investors did, because out of the project, Finder Nigeria, got to the glory of God, sold 6 units out of that project to our investors. And guess what? Right now on the project, we have over 80 units, almost 90 units, sitting pretty of a project of 2 months. Now tell me, if you see that kind of company, would you like to invest with them? Because you can see what they're doing. Imagine a project worth billions got sold out in 18 days, and you're telling me you think they cannot be able to pay you. How much is the money? If that can be covered within a short period of time, within 2 months, they're almost done. Like, there's over 4 contractors on that project, very fast. And currently, they're even hosting a summit, getting building contractors to speed up work. There is nobody currently doing that. I feel that is really disrupting the industry very, very fast. And I want you to come on board, okay? So business is not easy. At the same time, I will tell CEOs and people that need money to run their company I just feel that you shouldn't collect money if you don't have the capacity. So invest where those that have capacity. And mind you, it is not what you see on paper that is capacity. It is not the noise. It is not the billboards everywhere that is capacity. You know what is capacity? Ask for the books. Ask for the cash flow. How does the cash flow works? You can do your due diligence, okay? So this is me telling you, or I've answered your question, if 40%, 35% of the real estate trust fund, if it is, should I go into it or not? Thank you so much for listening to the end of this video.